Howdy, friends. I hope you had a beautiful week. Mine was great. Things are going really well. Let me tell you a little bit about it. Sea Blue is starting to get its first bit of radio play and traction and finding listeners that seem to be making the most of it, and I couldn't be happier. There's something about the stage before you release a song where it's your own little secret. It lives on a hard drive or on a Google Drive or some bullshit, and there's this anxiety about letting it out into the world. It's like having a teenager with no driver's license that insists on driving and saying, well, if they're going to commit a crime, I certainly don't want them to be associated with me. So let's just put it out there. And Sea Blue is out there doing felonious things, making friends. I don't know what that's about, but yeah. So Sea Blue got on the radio this week, and it's doing well on the streaming platforms and getting on playlists, and the social media stuff is starting to find new listeners, and that's the most fulfilling part of all this. Finding folks that have room in their life for your song. As my buddy Jordan once told me, a truly good song is marked by that feeling of life never existed without it. Whether it's the first time you listen to The Stranger by Billy Joel, or it's going to be something like Silk Sonic's last record, and you're like, this is the kind of 70s funk that I needed. So it's been a really uplifting week in terms of getting those things out there and starting to kind of take my hands off and just let it go where it's going to go. So make sure you keep spinning Sea Blue. I appreciate it. I'm also starting to push out some more content about the live album. So if you enjoyed the beginning of that, please check out the rest of it. Keep spinning. I also figured out some stuff today with the AI that I use to schedule my content. So I'm hoping my social media life gets better because my wife and I just started on some home construction, and I'm about to be stepping on nails, praying for God to take me at any minute. Because I'm not the most handy guy in the world, but we are figuring it out. There is a kind of constant reminder at this point in my life. You know, I'm 29. I was making that content about trying to blow up before I'm 30, and there is kind of this rat race to that number to me of getting to whatever the next stage of this is. But there's also a side of me that wants to accept that this is the next stage. You know, balancing life and work and callings and passions and what I consider vocation. You know, the greatest thing to feel like your purpose is being served by the job you're doing. If you have that, you're so lucky. There's so many of my friends right now that a decade into being a part of the workforce still haven't found something that really scratches the itch. And I've been here the whole time, waiting for a number to make me happy or waiting for someone else's approval to make me happy. And as I start to approach a big birthday, there's a great reminder that this is the thing that I've been waiting for. Every day is what you've been looking forward to and what you can make the most of, and everything else is kind of bullshit. Your goals of someone else's approval, your goals in terms of the number, they will not make you happy. You can't chase happiness. If you do, you're going to end up just doing what me and John did for Kiss 107, just staring at the cereal aisle, trying to figure out how many boxes you would eat. It's not going to make you happy. These fickle things or the things that you imagine is going to scratch the next itch. There's been so much I've ordered on Amazon in the last couple of years that I thought would be it. And let me tell you, no amount of Velcro has ever made me feel that good. It's the constant grind with the little payoffs, just a little kick of serotonin, then going back into the thing where you're kicking your own ass voluntarily to get where you want to go. And I'm feeling that these days. We're doing this house reno. I got a wonderful family that cares about me. I'm putting my work into my art and finding new friends that enjoy it. And if you watch this far, please know it means the world to me that you are here. And not just here listening, that you are here in this 100 years of existence, and we get to share this for a little bit. Because there's no promise that you're going to make friends in this life unless you put yourself out there and you're honest about what you're looking for. And the one thing you have in common is always enough. So if you came here just looking for a little bit of the positivity that your day deserves, let me try to give you my best internet preacher for about 15 seconds. You can feel it. You can feel it bubbling up around the surface. The gift of a fresh breath of air. The gift of another day to try. the gift of being here and being capable of making the changes in front of you that you've always wanted to see 15 years down the road, 20 years down the road. But right now, these are the small steps. This is enough. We can be enough together in this moment today to say thank you and mean it. Not some fickle version of gratitude that we tell ourselves to get by. Saying that to say enough is enough. And if you have to look for a definition of enough, you are clearly sending yourself into a tizzy. If there was a meal on your plate, if there was air in your lungs, if there's water coming out the sink, shit is pretty cool, my friends, and I am terrible about remembering that. And so most of the time when you hear me come on here trying to say that, or I share my yoga with you, or I do any of these things, it is not because I know, it's because I want to know. And you all help me remember that in a really positive way. So I'm going to get off of here before I get emotional. That's what Benadryl does to you, kids. It's not for shaking off the allergic reactions. It's inflammation. And my heart is swelling like the Grinch, baby. Seriously, if you made it this far, you're a crazy person. I doubt that you even know why I'm here, and I don't know why you're here, but here's a little internet squeeze. Check out my friend Susan. I'm sure she made it this far. Susan gives the best hugs, and I will be charging on the backside for it. $49.99 for a year's worth of Susan hugs. Also, Trish, if you watch this, I love you. Crystal, if you watch this, I love you. Other internet friends that have been watching these to this extent, to the very end, if I didn't mention you and that 3 people, identify yourselves and receive my love. All right, y'all. In the meantime, have a beautiful week. I will look forward to seeing you, talking to you, being around you, playing for you, any of the things very soon. Catch you.